Good morning. We're going to talk today about bringing how the United States will benefit from bringing back the draft. We're going to call not really the draft, but we're going to call it service to the country. Okay. One of the things about myself, I came in the military when I was 17 years old. It really taught me a lot. Growing up in the streets of LA, streets were pretty rough, so I kind of didn't have a. I kind of had a choice between going to school or going to the military. But as I was getting in trouble as a little kid, a little teenager, I decided to join the military, and it was very beneficial to me because I learned a lot. Okay, I learned a lot about this country. I was sent from Los Angeles, California, all the way to the state of Georgia to train at Fort Benning, Georgia, and I met different types of people there. Okay, and that's the thing about today that most young people this day stay local. They don't go anywhere because with the internet and television, they don't have to go anywhere. They could Google Europe and see pictures of it and see videos of Europe. But in my case, I actually got to travel a lot. Okay, so I kind of got to use to work with different types of people, and that's what the young men need today. By drafting these individuals, you send them to different parts of the country to get to know different people. Okay, I work with black, whites, Orientals, Hispanics, people from New York, people from the South, people from the Midwest. I'm actually fortunate that I can say in my life I met every person from the state of this union. That's a lot of people, and that because because I was in the military, I was in the army. Young people today don't have that. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why I think the draft would be good. Number two, and I'm sorry, and number two is going to be the president was talking about providing school, at least first 2 years of college to the average young American male. Well, by putting them in the military, drafting them, they could work for that. They could save a little bit of money and work for that. And once they finish, they do it 18 months, 2 years. Guess what? They have a little savings, kind of like a little savings account where the military pays them an entitlement, but also puts money in the account, and now they have funding for school. Sort of like the GI Bill. Okay. Also, they have a little. You can put in money aside for their health care. Guess what? Now we're not just giving money away; they're working for it. These guys are actually training, preparing to become soldiers, being disciplined, and they're working for their school and they're working for their health care. Okay, let's not just give money away. Just let them do the service. Okay. Now, also, we want to talk about the third thing. One of the main reasons why is a pool of young men that goes in the military. Now, I know it's saying it might be expensive. No, it's not. Today's all volunteer army is expensive because these guys are coming in. They want to think of the military as a job. They want to think of the military not as a service but as a job. All of a sudden, you see a young guy come in. All of a sudden, he wants a house, he wants a car, he wants the wife, and then they want to get lazy because now they have to take care of bills. They're not really concerned about doing the service itself. They want the 30 days off a year. They don't even want to get deployed no more because they're too comfortable. You bring a draft three pool, a pool of men who are drafted. You give them the minimum, put them in the barracks, train, work, get educated, and then after your 18 months or 2 years, you go home and become productive citizens. Okay? Yeah, of course, we could still have a volunteer army like myself. I'm a professional soldier, of course. And there are a lot of people out there who are professional soldiers. But by bringing in draftees, well, guess what? It's going to work out a lot better for the army itself, the Marines and the and the Navy too, because a large pool of people you get. During the Vietnam War, there was a lot of people saying there were draftees who were at problems. Not really. Okay, the draftees are the ones that went over to fought the war and came back and became productive citizens. During World War II, one of the biggest times we drafted a lot of people, guess what? The 2 out of 3 men were drafted. These guys went out there to Europe. They fought the war, right? They lived in conditions that like barracks, and they suffered. They trained hard, and they got to know each other. They came back to after the war was over. They came back to the United States, and they actually built this country. These draftees are the ones that built this country. Okay, because they learned the value of working hard. They learned the value of being disciplined. Okay. Some of these things, I got a couple of photos here I want to share with you of these draftees. And I'm sorry, video. Okay. Look at some of these people here. If you guys could see these photos here, these guys right here were all draftees. Okay, and there's some proud moments there. As you can see from the pictures here, these guys were from all walks of life, different parts of the world, for the United States, correction. All right, and these guys are the ones that built this country. They were all draftees. Okay, now it's a good experience for the average young male to become in the military because you get the discipline. Okay, you get the education. I'm gonna read you an article here in reference to Mr. from the Washington Post. And this guy was named Mr. Neil Couch. Okay, Couch. All right, he was Assistant Secretary of the Defense and Director of Special Planning from 1981 1986. And this makes pretty much sense to what I'm talking about. Okay, he said the nation needs draft because one proven mechanism to bring unity to a rapidly separating part. It needs the draft to provide a common civic grammar that encompasses those who serve and their families and friends. It needs a draft to honor and to even out the sacrifices called upon the young men to make in this nation. Okay? What he's saying there is that by providing a draft, and I'm saying everybody, not just the guys who are poor, no, everybody, from the middle class or lower class or upper class, from the guys going to Harvard, they shouldn't to Princeton, from the guys who are deciding to work in the factories, whatever. You bring them all to draft, through the draft. You bring them together and they learn from each other. And then they do the 18 months or 2 years and you send them back home. And I guarantee they're going to be productive citizens. Okay? There's not going to be no separation because, hey, it's the military and then it's us. Right now we're very separated. 1% of the military, 1% of the politicians is in the military. 1%, less than 1%. When there's a war going on, we really don't care. Not everybody cares about it because you know what? It's them fighting the war. We're paying them to go fight the war. It shouldn't be like that. It should be the country fighting that war. Okay? Protecting the Constitution, protecting our way of life. Okay? So by providing the draft, this is going to bring those young men together, send them out there, and you're going to have the support from the local population. All right? For the military. Okay, no more is let's cut the military. Let's not give them enough money. No, now we're just providing young men to become soldiers, Marines, or sailors, and we're going to support them because we know when they're going to come home. Because now we are providing our sons. Now we're talking about men here. Is it feasible to send young women? They could volunteer still. I don't think that we should be drafting young women because that's not what our society is based on. Okay, we're not going to start drafting young women because really is the men the one that's going to fight the wars. Even though they say we got women in combat and all that, no, that's just a select few. Very few women are going to be fighting in combat. Even though we open up to everybody, very few. The ones who fight the wars are men. All right, and we need to get the young men at the age as soon as they turn 18, go do your service. Get a little bit of money for their education. Learn, be disciplined. Learn to work with different types of people. And then go back and become a good, productive citizen. I guarantee you we're going to get a lot out of it. Okay, so I think we should bring the service. We should bring, the draft. This is a service to the nation, and it will be good for the country. Thank you.